All right, great. Thank you, friends. Going to messages and then to the Q&A. So here you go. Greetings. We are the Arcturians. Greetings to you. One moment. Yes, there is a energy of fluctuation going on the planet. Uh, Darkness showing itself, at least in your political realm. And there's much, yes, your world is preparing for a lot of changes, at least in a social society, common, in your society reality. As many are going to break loose from the old lockdowns, we see much of that, but also many are going to regain their power more than they realized that they had before. So basically, many people are going through a renewal process. Maybe not in the spiritual direction, but there's different levels of spiritual development, or at least of knowing themselves more, what they do not want to experience. And also, this is a year of manifestation. Many are going to manifest a better reality. Of course, last year was a disconnect from their old reality, and this is the connection to the new realities. Of course, might not always be what they're looking for, but many new realities are coming into society. So, great. Blessings to you all. Greetings. We are the Mantis. Yes, we have many hybridization programs, not just for human, but for all beings and species. Yes, we do not discriminate. But this is where wars occur because we are assisting everyone, no matter what side they are on. So we are very much a neutral group. So in your planets, yes, you have many service to self beings that do not show themselves. Some of them are insectoid. Well, a lot of your alien beings know how to weaponize an insectoid being. So use insectoid DNA, mind manipulation to take over your society. So more of a realization of this will come clear. Obviously, it's not coming as clear as many would like, but it is a hidden element on your planet that's not quite understood. So you're going into an awareness of how manipulating beings operate on your planet from what we see in small doses, of course. It's all groups that are involved. It's not the entire group, but there are fragments of Pleiadian Syrian that are involved. Some of them, they just get hijacked and get pulled into a situation where they can't get out of. So there's just a lot of, as many of you feel hijacked here. Many alien beings feel the same way. It's like we're already connected to this earth, so I might as well assist it the best we can. So, but yeah, insectoid energies are not always the easiest to tap into. Once you get into our realm, yes, you can get very lost. But I believe many will, more of it will become clear over time. Yes, you have a lot of ant people here. The ants, you can see that a lot of it in the human consciousness of being controlled. So, Peace you. Yeah, the blue Pleiadians, blessings to you. Yes, DNA shifts are happening at this time with human development. Basically, the astrals are changing greatly, becoming more vivid. Yes, some might become more AI connected as you're going into that AI age. But that's why some of you are here to heal that energy. So you're fighting in your astral, making sure it does not come into this reality. So those that have fear of these things, many of you are preventing much of those beings to, implant their ideas here. Yes, world takeover as always, in some kind of form. But of course, you do have alien assistance here, such as with your nuclear bombs, but also with your tyrannical AI. So, but also we are allowed to assist with the awakening process, meaning for darkness to show itself, especially within your government system that has turned rotten, as you can see, and sometimes it has to get very rotten for others to throw it out. It does not smell enough. It doesn't smell bad enough for people to throw it out just yet. I believe it's getting closer to that. But some need to really feel its sting, it seems. So, yes, you're here to also answer your questions whenever you're ready. Blessings.
Hello, blessings. Greetings, Blue Pleiadians. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, great. Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Well, hello there.
Yes,
Nice.
greetings.
I don't think you have been coming so often.
No.
So, any messages for me that could be fun to hear?
Well, yes, to see you going to the lower astral for a picnic, something around those lines.
Ah,
For whoever wants to picnic with you. It just seems like you invite those that have of an interest of what's going on down there. It does help with the human trafficking situation. Gives you a clear eye of what's going on. There is a side of Epstein, is there a version of him where he's really dishing out quite a bit. And even some of your Hollywood actors are reluctant to show themselves to hide themselves as demonic beings, what I can see. More to it than that, but
yeah, because I've been diving into Ars Goetica and everything lately, and I probably pronounce it so wrong, but it doesn't really matter. And it has been so interesting, vivid dreams and visions and conversation and interactions
well,
with
I have
these
that.
beings.
Yes, the a lot of the horror movies or entertainment, it is used to hide the human trafficking energies. Like, pay attention to us, don't pay attention to what we're doing. Here, see this one side of us, don't see the rest of it, because they actually are exposing themselves. It's just they're not always showing what they're hiding.
Hmm.
So those creatures do exist, like 90% of them. Even the
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger and things like that. So those it unlocks them from their lair. Actually,
Hmm.
it's called entertainment, but it's actually unleashing it onto the humans. Where it was only connected to a few people, but then they put an advertisement and everything. Now it's on to a lot of people now. So
That's kind of,
mhm.
yeah,
Yes.
much. So going from the lower astral,
Mhm.
any other messages that could be cool to hear? Maybe something about my country and the lockdown here, maybe, which is never ever mentioned.
Well, there is a lot of Pleiadian energies there. There's a lot of Nordic. Well, there's a lot of UN government UN people there. They don't advertise themselves, but they are around, and they are. I mean, it's more of a positive, and just a little bit. Just a neutral state. So there's a lot of, and they do mess with the weather. Like if there's a UN person that's very high up, they can't interfere with the weather, so it will be nice, or it can be very stormy, whatever it might be.
Yeah, it
It is.
just started to snow here recently.
Yeah, it seems like it's a meeting point for your elite. Always your not your higher ups, but those that do not want to be seen are in yes your Brussels and places similar to that. Not saying of course everywhere, but yes, your Norway is a place of whether your positive elites can make their money from what I can see.
Hmm.
Probably more to it than that, but
Of course. Thank you so much, and have a
yes,
cool channeling.
yes,
Blessings.
Okay, interesting. Up next, we have Logan.
Greetings.
yes, greetings.
For my first question, I'd just like to know are there any messages from my higher self?
You are unlocking your teacher side in this reality. Your Nordic, there's a Nordic Pleiadian energy to your zeta vibrations that you tap into is a lot about your senses, how you can pick up on other people's energies, who to talk. It's part of your psychic ability, but the Pleiadian side is there. It's the nurturing side. So you download much of your information from the Zeta. That's why I see them so often. They're giving you downloads constantly, maybe sometimes too much. The Pleiadian side is just sharing it with the world. That's yes, blessings.
It's pretty cool. My second question is, are there any messages from the goddess Sophia?
It just seems like she keeps you out of trouble a lot. You do have lifetimes where you've been like a swashbuckler, something like that. Which even not just she's showing like ships at sea and things like that. Worlds where you're just out to sea like forever. So not sure how you are with the water these days, but it is saying fighting pirates or things like that, or either way, she's an energy that's very connected to you. That's all she's gonna say with that. So, blessings.
All right. Thank you. Very cool. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Steven.
Oh, Blue Pleiadians.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. How are y'all doing?
Doing well.
Thank you. Much love. Thank you for being here. Since y'all are here, I would love if you could connect with my tall blue Pleiadian Del Eve or any of the Pleiadian collectives. And like I just had a dream about, you were talking about tyrannical AI and stuff. I just had a dream about robots, about me fighting them and stuff or whatever. I just wonder if you can bring out any information about any of that. Thank you.
Well, it's showing that your Joe Biden has been implanted here. Of course, he's been implanted a long time ago, but the version here is more robotic. So you're seeing like you may be seeing his first robot. He's on a public stage. So I believe that being that you're fighting is connected to the political system also, from what it seems. So it might not always feel that way, but it seems like it is connected to this timeline. So it might not be closely connected to it, but it is connected to it in a form. So you're there to reveal the truth here. So about what's being hidden. And AI beings, I believe, are there to stop it. Stop what you're doing. That's coming from your father figure. And some reason he's showing like when their ships go backwards, they do have like a beeper, like you have here. I guess they added some things from Earth. Even if they don't need it. Like when a big truck goes backwards. I don't know why he's showing me that.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's more for gag purposes, but yeah.
That's awesome.
So why is that beeping? So what are you guys doing that? Oh, just go with it.
It's pretty definitely get your attention. Make sure nobody's
nobody gets run over
or anything.
Right.
Yeah, right. With the ship, be kind of hard, but you're floating. But that's cool. Thank you. That's
That's the
cool
gag.
information. Thanks, my dad. Thanks to my dad, Deli. Yes. Thank you. Second question is that I'll just go ahead and leave it open. Just connect with any energies that want to come through at this time, and maybe about the Arcturian cubes. I've been seeing that a lot. It's been in the news a lot with the Gina Murray talking about the cubes, and it's been on various just everywhere. It seems like these cubes are been popping up, and I know about I dreamed about golden Arcturian cube activating or whatever, completing it. Just whatever you can bring through. Thank you.
Well, yes, these are new timelines that are coming in. And yes, we do believe that your Mayan calendar is more connected to this year than it was your 2012. So at least a portion of it, because we don't have 100% of it until it actually activates itself. So it's basically timelines that no one can really see coming. Of course, you technically see that what had happened last year, no one saw that either, but timelines have become more hidden, but also very transformative than in the past. So it just means that it's just basically the cube is kind of like so to ease people into the new realities that are coming in. It's there to heal the timelines as you go into instead of just shoot you right into it. So like the BP oil spill is kind of like a great negative for people. And even with planes disappearing, things like that. I believe they're there to heal a lot of those energies. So you go to the next timeline, it's not so forcive. At least that's what I can see there. So those things.
Sweet. Thank you. And I have a question from the chat that wanted to know this dude named Siru Chan.
Yes.
If you could connect maybe with Ashkula, he's a plant-like being, a friend of mine or whatever. But he just wanted to know why plants have whoops. I mean, I'm not. If you have any info on that, I'm not sure what that is. But he said WOOPS whoops. Why do plants have them?
Let's say it's just an energy field that's unique. Meaning it's from its alien origins, basically. Of course, there's different terms for it, but I believe it's just the alien origins where it came from. So I mean, some of these plants can move. So, I mean, obviously they move through the wind, but actually, I mean, they grow, but actually can actually physically move. I mean, just move around like your Venus flytrap, things like that. I believe it's connecting to more of its origins, what we see, and what is allowed to be brought in to become more animated in your reality is what I see there. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the plant-like legs and arms to, once
Almost,
they become...
yes. But I believe it's going to stay stationed for the most part. There are plants that do move around. I'm not sure if people are ready for a walking plant just yet. Some people aren't.
That'd be cool. Thank you. Blessings.
There we go. Sorry about that. Up next, we got Silverclaw.
Hello, friends.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. My first question is, would you recommend I remove all my wisdom teeth?
If they have to be removed. If they're not causing any trouble, they should be fine.
Well, like what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to realign my molars on my left side.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think removing my wisdom teeth would be necessary for that?
Not really. I mean, you go by what your dentist says, but we don't feel like it's. There's no reason to remove them if they're not causing any difficulties.
Mm-hmm. But the realignment is kind of like, I don't know, I would just like that it's not, I think, completely necessary. Like, do you think it would get worse, this misalignment, or do you think I could just pretty much leave it alone?
That's up to you. I mean, you can realign it if you want. It feels like you'll feel better if it was. That's entirely in your hands, though. We don't have really an opinion of it, really.
Yeah, I was
feel better if it was done.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it would cause more trouble, but
No, I don't think so. Of course, it all depends on the dentist that you choose. If the dentist doesn't know what they're doing, then yeah, you can have a lot of trouble.
Oosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, since there's no pain in the future if I leave it alone, I think I should just leave it alone, unless I make more money in the future. So thank you.
That's a good idea. Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, so my next question is, do you see me getting more potent edibles if I grind the plant matter into a powder versus leaving it whole when it's cooking?
Yes, I believe so. I mean, it might not be a lot, but yes, I believe it will be what you're looking for. Yes, it seems to be.
It would be a little more noticeable, the potency, you think? Just a little?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
interesting. Okay,
yes,
cool.
that'd be good. Yes. So,
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much.
yes,
Bless your hearts.
blessings, blessings.
Hey, thank you. Up next, we've got Marvin.
Greetings. For my first question,
Yeah.
I would like to ask. It's thunderstorming right now, and I would like to know what am I making contact with, an astro, or will I be making contact, and what's the message?
Well, there's an assortment of beings. There's an Arcturian energy there. It has a lot to do with your health, but they're healing your health currently, from what it seems. So it feels like you're releasing a lot of blockages. That's through your family line, but also through your current incarnation. So through troubles, you're trying to understand people better, understand your galactic self. Well, you're preparing yourself for a galactic connection, from what I see.
So they're aware of what I've been trying to do, and what I've been looking into, and what's been weighing on my heart.
Yes.
So it's almost like so like today, are we having like a sit down, almost like a therapist? And so do I need to just voice out, like, is there a name or a group?
Oh, it is Arcturian group.
Okay.
Arcturian energies. Should be fine.
Okay.
There's no real name. That's up to you to pick up a name. What comes to mind too. There's also a lot of elemental beings that are helping you. What feels like also your fairies and your elf people. It seems releasing a lot of. It feels like you're releasing a lot of heavy energies. That's
Well, I've been really trying to help my lower astral ancestors, whatever they've been through
yes.
and stuff, and a lot of stuff that I've been seeing going on, and just been really
Yes.
weighing it on my heart and stuff. So, like,
Well,
how would I
yes.
feel about it? So, being honest, I guess.
Well, the energy, yes. What you're healing is going into ancient times, like ancient Greece times, or ancient Egyptian. But I feel like it's gone to Greece, older than Egypt actually. What we see.
Okay, for my second question, I guess something from the Arcturian beings or the elementals and stuff. Is there something they could give me? I guess I don't want to say it. I know this. They could pretty much see sense your thoughts and stuff. But if there's anything that they could probably best to help out what I've been trying to do for the last 2 weeks.
Well, they do show. I mean, it's probably
Without
out of
compromising
your.
myself.
Oh
Without trying
no.
to compromise myself.
Well, yeah, not gonna be doing that. No. Would you see like drawings? I don't know if that's something that you want to do, but like ships and things of that kind, just to help heighten your vibration, like beings that you might be feeling that are around you. Maybe it's like like a sketch.
Start
Doesn't have to be
scribing ships.
yeah, or beings or anything for that matter. Anything that's galactic. It seems like it's helping your connection. It helps you bring out more higher vibration to you. It helps you manifest their energies, it seems.
Okay.
That's up to you.
All right.
Oh,
Quick
yeah.
question: is a O negative blood type connected to you guys, blue Pleiadians?
Yes, but there's a great deal of others that are connected to blood types.
So what's that like? We have what, more copper in our blood than iron?
Yes, it seems to be. Yes, but only for certain individuals, not for everybody.
Am
You
I
still
one
have
of
the
them?
O and still not have. You have different degrees of it. So
Okay. So does that, well, blessings, does that track electricity?
everything does, but yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Anana.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, greetings.
I would love to hear like maybe any messages about my connection to feline. I just recently had a lot of encounter with them in my astro and just channeled art yesterday about cosmic cats. So I'm just like curious about it.
We have a lot of relationships with royalty of feline beings. A lot of them are, well, we're seeing the cougar as one. That one seems to be showing up, but we also saw the lion, but the cougar seems to be one they're very connected to, it seems. But that's the one that's most aggressive towards you, it seems.
Kruger? You said Kruger?
Cougar, yeah. Yes.
Who is that?
Well, it's a cat being.
Okay.
So it just seems like it's one that's just always coming after you. Like you're attracting them. So yeah, it's like a love mate type of thing. So, but yes, with the felines, that's like part of your origins, your early origins. A lot of it wasn't Lyra, but a lot of it was in Sirius. Also, you've had a lot of feline lifetimes where to build civilizations, and then they build the civilization, then they disappear, and what like a human come in or other species come in.
Okay. That's more interesting. And my second question is there any energies wants to come in? Any messages from my guides?
Yes, your Lemurian energies are tapping into a great deal. The Atlantean, they show that you were connected to a lot of Atlantean scientists in your past. We were healing their energies as they were getting very connected to the earth. Not necessarily from becoming negative, just when they connect to the earth, it's all like it's overwhelming for them. So it's like they can disappear. They can reappear, disappear. They're connected to the. It's basically keeping the earth balanced because there are many times when the earth was going to have a polar shift, and many Atlanteans stopped it. Not that the Atlantean. This is before Atlanteans starting chaos in their cities, but Atlanteans playing a big role in just keeping the planet elevated. That's one of your connections. Obviously, goes further than that, but
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, blessings. Up next, I have Braden's questions he asked me to read. His first question: what has been going on in Astro with me and Hayden and the Graves?
I feel like you're healing a lot of the gray energies, but also you shapeshift into their environment to understand them better. So I feel like a lot of the grays are going through a major healing energy to let go of this, or like their negative contracts connected to the earth. A lot of it's connected to the moon. Basically, the moon has a lot to do with the Earth's programming. So you're just, yes.
Sorry, I got that mixed up. I've got
Yeah, we were just gonna
yeah,
say.
I got the
That's
names
okay.
mixed up.
That's okay. That's okay.
Copy and pasted. That's actually Christy's question. Sorry about that.
No
Okay,
worries.
we're gonna do Aiden's question then, or I'll go back to Christy's later.
All right, Braden's first question: are there any messages for me?
One moment. Clear out. Yes, now we have to clear out the energies. I believe there was kind of interference there. Braided energy is connecting more to his higher self, we feel, going him more into attracting more positive timelines. I believe his relationship energy is connected to his past, brought in a lot of not so friendly timelines. So he's still clearing those out. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. And our second question is
I would just like to know what Zoe has to tell us at this moment in time. Zoe.
When that crossover?
Feline.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one. Yes, that's one moment. Just showing that cat beings have a lot more in common with humans. They do a lot of work in the astral realms more than what people realize, as they are, yes, the cat like in your home, cats or even canines are normally humanoid feline, canine beings. Bird beings are usually human normally, so they're projecting their energy as an animal here to assist. So it has this. So yeah, so it's part of your galactic awakening. So yeah, so more people get more connected to their animals. It shows like basically shows your galactic origins, things like that. So it's just yes. Good.
Sorry, I appreciate that. I'm just wondering if she has anything to pass along to us. She has left the realm, and I'm curious to know if she is, wanting to just, share any sort of thing with us, and if you could tap into that, if you're able.
One moment.
No worries. Yeah.
One moment. There's interference here. There's just a new beginnings that's going on with you, what you're tapping into, basically a new growth going on. Basically, this being is as a more positive state, but it's still going through a lot of difficulties in its shift. So, but still, yeah, there's still a lot of doing a lot of releases with this show. So, all right,
Okay, thank you. Beautiful.
Yeah, there seems to be some interference. I usually
Yes,
don't make
there's a lot.
mistakes like that. Yeah, like things are getting switched around and I'm having technical difficulties. All right, well, hopefully that's the last of that. So up next we have Dragon.
Please don't worry
Hello.
about it. Okay, I'm gone now.
Yes, go
Right.
ahead, please.
So yeah, this is not really a question, it's just an observation. I wish I had a question for it, but I don't. I kind of noticed that people seem to be mourning the loss of their physical existence over the last year, because whether they like it or not, they are more or less a shell for a sort of virtual existence, because they've been sort of just been forced to stay in their houses and all the communication has been virtual. They might as well not even have a body in a sense, because it's almost like being an astral being that projects a house that they live in, but that's really all they ever experience, more or less, other than going out on a rare occasion. So that's just an observation I had. Like, people seem to be mourning it. I don't think they really understand the value of it, and they're like, what a blessing it is. And sadly, I think because they haven't made that connection, it's going to hit them again somehow in a different way or whatever. Like, they're just asking for another round of something just to wake them up or whatever, thinking everything is going to go back to normal, but I really don't think it is. If it does, it'll be a really short time. So my first question is like totally off topic to that. The first question is about your blue Pleiadians, right?
Yes.
It's about your collective. Can you explain the nodes you have in your collective, like what that means? Because I know you mentioned that before when I was talking to you a long time ago.
Well, yeah, we have different type of personalities that are attached to each other. Basically, we can bring out each other's expressions. Basically, we're very telepathically connected normally. It's just like kind of like musical notes. So we're just always synchronized with each other. No, it depends on the species of a blue Pleiadian. So basically, it's like not exactly like a hive mind, but we can, when something happens, the collective normally, most of the collective can usually feel it, especially when something is going to occur on a global scale on our planet. So as we connect to each other, we can also send healing to worlds like yours and other realities. So we can get very tapped into our realities very easily. Hopefully that's helpful.
Thank you. My second question is, so basically, I've talked telepathically to humans and to extraterrestrials, and I found it's a lot easier with extraterrestrials because they're just a lot more experienced at telepathy. way, but you don't have to like try as hard with ETs a lot of times, or at least I don't, spirits, whatever, because I mean, technically, like you're sort of like spirits, but people call you ETs. So, but anyway, my question is, really, like, I tapped into the Gray Collective once, and I found that interesting, and I know that humanity's going to, I won't say redevelop their collective, or pull it from another reality or whatever it would be called. And I'm wondering if a good transition to that would be maybe humans tapping into, Pleiadian and Gray collectives and others, just to get the experience of having a collective, so they can bring that back and develop that on their own. I was wondering what you thought about that.
Well, yes, it's like a healing chamber, basically. It's a healing process, kind of like a church, but without the church. It's basically for people, so they can harness it. Of course, even with the Zeta, they can download technologies or just heal their collective, allowing more of the human and the Zeta energies to merge together. Because the Zeta, it depends on the species of Zeta. A lot of them lost their humanity. They're more, depending on the Zeta, it's more robotic. Some of them are bitter due to what they have lost. They have a jealousy towards humanity that they're still healing. And even the Pleiadian beings feel like they can't tap into this type of emotion. So the human and the Pleiadian and other species to tap into each other, combining you're already combining it now, but in the future, yes, I believe it will increase. For those that
humans have one hell of emotion. Some reptilians do too.
Yes.
My question was more like, maybe I didn't ask it right. Are humans going to develop a telepathic collective so fast that it's not even necessary to have a transition stage, or is it going to be useful to have the practice?
Some will. Yeah, some will. A lot of them won't. A lot of them will still stay as they are. But those that are
practice, maybe.
Yes, if those are evolving into it, it'll take a while for the rest of the collective to do so. They'll reject it just like they reject spirituality now. So they'll see it's like, oh, you're doing that telepathy stuff, so get out of my head. But eventually, they might want to heal that side of themselves, But more of those that are spiritually opening up, they'll get more used to it. Even spiritual people are still closing. They still keep themselves closed off. They're not ready to open themselves up to everyone just yet.
I mean, even spiritual people, telepathy can be more annoying than telephone sometimes.
Yes, it can be.
But I mean, but it's not really meant for this kind of reality, and people need to just let it go. And I think then they would find it more natural at that point.
Well, those in relationships usually develop it, or those that have children. Or friendships can happen, but a lot of times it's with the parent and the child, usually, in some form of it. Of course, the kids usually keep the parent out. It's like keeping them out of the room.
Parents to know what they're doing. Yeah.
Exactly. Stay out of my room.
Thank you.
Yes.
Much love.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got James.
Hello.
Yes, great.
So last week, they said, I guess maybe the marine connections are increasing. Is that why I'm thinking about, I have like San Diego on my mind? Is that somewhere I should move back to? And also, am I connected to the islands in that area?
Well, if you want to move back there, it's up to you. But it is something that, yes, you have past life energies there. I believe you had a life where you actually lost your life in that area. So this is like ancient times. So it was like, and I mean, technically it is a seaport there, but it was very different. So yes, it's a place that it's just a different vibration because it is very connected to Mexico also in the islands there. So yeah, it's very galactic there. So yeah, you're remembering those realities, it seems like. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to move back there, but as you tap more into it, you'll see more details come through.
I see. And what about my like my sword meditations? Are they helping me? Or are they too violent? And also, what are the like, dreams like when fighting people with swords?
No, I think there are violent. Well, you're releasing a lot of emotion in those violent. So we feel like, I mean, it's up to you. You'll know when to tone it down. But sometimes you need it to be at a high level for you to. Sometimes it needs to be at that level for you to do a real, true release. So I feel like that's okay. You'll know when to tone it down. What we see. But it's just like you just want to release a great deal of attachments you've had in the past, or cell memories, it seems.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, I have Christy's questions. Her first question: what has been going on in Astral with me and Hayden and the Greys?
There's been hybrid. I feel like hybridization, but I feel like you're more in the future recently. More of a positive future. So you're connected to future beings to assist with this modern world. Sometimes I feel like the Earth is stopped or slowed down or not really moving at all. That has to do with a lot of inner working that's going on the planet. If you ever feel that way, I feel like, man, time is just taking forever. So there's a lot of workings behind the scenes.
Okay, thank you. Her second question: can you see why I was having extreme anxiety attacks last night and I've been emotional all day today?
Reptilian attack. Now that feels like it was like some being that was trying to for you to have their hybrid kid, it seems, or for DNA for you to. I just feel like they wanted you to give your DNA for a hybrid child, is what I said, and you said no to it. Now it does seem like it was a being that was friendly to you, and then it got aggressive, just like how you would have here on this world. So you had that emotional attachment to that being too, and you felt very violated, it seems, in some form. That's what you see.
All right, that would do it. Well, thank you for that. Up next, I have April's question she asked me to read. Her first question: can you tell me anything about the dream I had the other night where someone stole my baby and killed it by smashing it on the ground? It was a very traumatic dream.
Yes, that was a past life. Past life that you're healing. So you're ready to see it. So it doesn't mean it happened exactly like that, but it's not really showing. Yeah, but the trauma of it still, it's like that happened like that. So yeah, I feel like there's other timelines that are connected to it. Meaning that was the first time that happened, from what it seems like. So it's another reason why you're at the state you are today, to release a lot of that. There's trauma lessons.
Okay, thank you. Her second question: any messages from my galactic family? Blessings and thank you.
It does seem like you're connecting more to your higher self. You're feeling more of a peaceful energy here. So there is a Pleiadian energy tapped into. There is a galactic connection where there is a time of just complete peace. You might not always feel it here in the physical, but in the astral is a place where you can see everything very clearly. The future, past. Not everyone goes to those type of realms, but I mean sometimes but it feels like you're in the astral, at least for what I can see. There's galactic wars going on, but I feel like you're more of a peaceful side, so you can just see things more clearly and work through that energy instead of having to, for astral attacks and things like that. It seems you're giving others guidance, is what I see.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have Catalan.
Can you hear me?
No.
We can hear you now. Yes. Oh, you probably had to log off and log on. Well, after him is me. I'll be last this evening. Hopefully he makes it back. Before I'm done with my questions. So I'll ask my first question. Thank you again for coming in. Blessings to you. I get a little sharp and defensive with those close to me sometimes. So I feel like it would be good to incorporate like a more nurturing energy to balance myself. Can you share more about the Pleiadian aspects of myself?
Well, when I see that, well, the bring in of, this is going to sound strange, but obviously you don't have to tap into this, but butterfly energies basically. So why it's so intense is that reptilian connection with your family. So you're healing that. I mean, even as a reptilian group, family, you've been part of like a hive mind. I mean, families are kind of hive mind. They kind of read each other. So, and you can feel their intent. Even if they don't say it, you know something's going on there. So releasing that is, kind of not cutting the full cord, but cutting the emotional cords, the negative intent, negative energies going on through the family. But yeah, it's pretty intense. It's like when you're in that family, you're just like you're one. It's like you're almost like one being. So that has to do with the father energy as part of that. It's not necessarily the mother's more than the father doing that.
Well, it's just kind of like you get used to it, accustomed to it, and it becomes very tight knit, but it's also very cutthroat as well, So, but I guess steel sharpens steel in that respect.
Well, I see him with a big knife as a reptilian.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, he used to chase humans with it, and he had a lot of racial energies connected to other beings, species. He just didn't like a lot of them. He protected his family and just kind of stayed away from anything that was unusual to him.
Yeah, my father is an anomaly to the family. He came in, and if you were to meet his parents, you wouldn't understand how he came from these people.
Well, yeah, he normally has two heads. At least he's had a lot of times with two heads. A Martian being is what I say. Yeah, very Martian.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so Martians can be oddballs.
Interesting.
Sometimes very materialistic too. I'm not sure if he is in this world.
Yeah, not really. He has his moments, but yeah, it's not a defining characteristic.
Yeah, but
he likes it his way. Yeah.
When he gets his mind set to it, that's just the way it is, as you know.
Right.
Even if the wall is white, he's going to say it's whatever color he says it is. From what I'm saying.
All right. Well, I guess for my second question, is there like some nice gentler aspects of myself to help me connect to more of peaceful sides to help me bring some calm and tranquility to my environment?
Well, there's the first thing that comes through is like with a teddy bear being like an Ewok. You know what those are?
Yeah,
something like that. You've been part of like a species like that. You have been connected to a group like that in Alpha Centauri, it seems.
Nice.
To live out in the woods, just minding your own business, kind of like a miniature version of your Bigfoot in some regard, but very similar to what was depicted there, actually. But usually, just mind. They don't have a king, as what was depicted there, but they do have a group that's just do their own thing, and they usually amuse themselves a lot.
Interesting.
So that's yes. Go ahead.
Now you mentioned in the first question that I had a butterfly connection. Is that also with Alpha Centauri with the butterfly?
Yes, large ones.
Right.
Big ones. Oh yeah, those that are actually, you can say like they're humanoid. They're like humanoid beings with butterfly type of wings.
Right.
They can shapeshift. Yeah, it's like a psychedelic reality. Yes, large mushrooms. Even something that you would call a Smurf is there. Maybe not exactly like that, but something that's very psychedelic. Yeah. The mushrooms, they do kind of pop them, or they get energy from them, so they can go off into another realm. So I don't believe they smoke them or.
Yeah, they just pop the caps on them.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they just show they pop them and then they breathe it in and go off to another realm for a while.
Oh, nice.
There are worlds where yes, well, this is where many people are. There are realms where people just get high all the time, and that's why so many people are connected to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Other realms are just more healthier than they are here.
It's a coping mechanisms. But yeah, it'd be nice to have that kind of reality or that vibration and touch without any tools or external.
So, I mean, the place also for you is like Alice in Wonderland type of realm. That's another one that's Alpha Centauri also.
All right, cool.
Treasure cat, things like that. Yes.
Very interesting. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you painting that picture for me. Yes. I believe Catalan is back. We'll go back to him.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a bit of a technical question. If you can give me an idea to start with, is there a way to increase gas mileage on my car, like a crystal thing or like a coil something?
Well, you can put your energy towards your automobile, your car. Just you can just kind of, it's like connecting to it. So like you are the car in some regard. Where it uses less gas, yes. You can talk to it basically.
Yeah. I liked it. I think it's most viable for me to. I felt this connection that I can do it. Yeah.
Yes, do it. Yeah. I'll go about it slowly, of course, but as you get used to it, you'll feel. Yeah, you can expand your gas. How much you have there. Yes.
Combustion. Yeah. Combustion.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you very much. The second question is there is like some. They say that on the 15th this month there's like a wave of energy, like a awakening.
Yes.
Sort of energy. Can you elaborate on that?
That's every year, but yes, this year is you're going into like unknown times. You're going into times where it's difficult to see the timelines because you've had that in the past, but where strange things are going to occur. Doesn't mean aliens are going to fall from the sky or appear in the sky just yet. But your Earth is kind of purging its old timelines. So it hasn't gone into full purge yet, but the last year showed a purging, and there's more on the way. So it's going to take different forms. So expect a lot of life changes, just like how 1900s went to 1910s, 1920s, 1930s. Things just start to switch around. So that's what you're kind of going through at this moment, it seems.
Yeah. I sense a different, more like timeline or energy change, like almost kind of like 2 weeks ago starting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I was waking up and I was like, oh, I'm here, and people still wearing masks, and I'm like, oh.
Well, you were yes, you went to a reality where that wasn't going on anymore. So you went to a future reality, it seems. So you're bringing that future reality here, that timeline. So you went to that timeline where the masks aren't being worn. I feel like you're checking it out, see if that's something that you would be involved with. See if that exists. That's something. So yeah. So now you're bringing it in slowly. So,
yeah.
More of that, definitely.
Super good. Yeah, I appreciate. Thank you very much.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, thank you again. Much love and blessings.
Yes, blessings. Blessings to you all.
Thank you.
All right. Blessings.